All right. Should be good to go. Ooh, I'm getting a little too far forward. Hey, if anybody's jumping in, let me know in the chat there so I can see you guys. I'm getting my body a little bit warm, doing a little bit of stretching. Just kind of moving around a little bit before we get started in about 15 minutes here. If you guys wanted to join me, I'm just moving my arms around right now. See a couple in there. Hope everyone's been having a good Thursday so far. Ooh, I gotta remember, got a new setup so I can't get that close. Laying on the edge, it looks like where my head gets to. Sure, I kneel down as I get in here a little closer. Keep my head in the frame there. We got a little bit under 15 minutes still.
I just didn't cut off right here. Do you think forward all the way?
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, you can see it.
Yeah. Hey, Steve Ben, how you doing? Hopefully been practicing all those pinions. We got started on a whole lot of them, huh? So our time, like, oh, about 11-10 minutes here, or 11-12, cool. You been getting any workouts in, Steve Ben? Hopefully a little bit here and there. Good afternoon. Let me see if I can move this a little bit. Ooh, hopefully that's not too loud. Good to see you, Monet. Nice to meet you too. Good to see you. Hopefully you guys are staying safe. See for Talon. All right, good to have you in here. Another third-degree candidate. Hopefully I was asked to see for Ben. Hopefully you're working on some pinions too. I know with 11 of them to do, that's a big task. There's a whole bunch of black bolts in here. Hopefully you guys have been working on pinion 9 too. I don't know the next time it's going to come around. I haven't seen any updated posts from black belts about that yet. Not sure how many how many moves we need to do every week. Brand new for me teaching it too. Ah, awesome. Ben. And a row. Ooh, good. That's always the best. When you don't give yourself a chance to think or like rest, right? Just go. That helps you stick true to what you know and what you don't know. Well, there's got to be a way for me to make the text here a little bit bigger. A little bit. Hey, Super Magnus. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. But I'm standing a good like 8 feet back and I'm trying to read like 12-point font over there. I'm like, oh man, my eyes are not that good yet. Or not good enough for it. I don't mean good yet. I think we should be down to about like 4 or 5 second delay. I know earlier when we did it last time it was up towards like 20 seconds or something like that. Some settings had readjusted themselves and like changed it all. So, hey Sebastian, good to have you in here. But those settings changed themselves as I started up a new stream. So it looked like I was running on old settings. We should be good now. Let me know as we go through though if there's any issue with quality or choppiness. I tried to get the quality a little bit higher, but trying to keep it as smooth as we possibly can, right? It's still like if I'm going to do like a quick strike, then it may not be super silky smooth, but at the very least it's not like 1 frame, 2 frame, 3 frame. We had thought about that, Super Ben. I think YouTube's a little bit more accessible and stuff that people are a little bit more familiar with. Then it also gets all of our stuff in one spot, like when we record, extravaganzas, or if we've got stuff like that, right, that's been saved onto our YouTube channel. We don't have to go look for different places for different things. Gotcha. I'll look into it. Hey, Finn. Good to have you on here. Looking forward to a fun class. Hopefully Pinion 3B's been going well. The 3A was rocking pretty good last week. I know that in general, Sifu Ben, stream quality's kind of dropped a little bit overall, all the services because just so many people online now. There's been a big bump in how many people are streaming through them and just a big bump in how many people are watching them. But we had thought of that. With that said though too, all the videos that we posted, right, for like curriculum, that's something that we want to have on our YouTube that we can go back and watch really easily. I know Twitch has it, but I feel like I remember Twitch only saving for like 2 weeks or something like that, if my memory serves me right. Gotcha, Sifu Dan. So it serves our purposes a little bit better, being able to get a video to you and then have it stay available for a while, especially like messages of the week, so someone wanted to go back and watch those, right then and there. I'm gonna stand up and move around a little bit, just kind of get my body warmed up. Hopefully you guys jump in and get some warm-ups with me too, get a chance to practice some pinions together. I've got like, I think you can actually see little marks of tip tape here. I'm gonna do my best to stay inside them. It's 5 feet by 5 feet. Kind of like an area I think I would have available in my living room. So try our best to stay in there. May have to, move a little bit during our opinions, but right, we got to make the best of what we can do. Especially when we don't have like a 40-foot by like 36-foot mat we can walk around on. Oh, there goes my head again. Make sure I stay back here. I moved it a little bit to get a little better quality. So I gotta remember that, not have my default of standing like right here, because I lose part of my head. As long as I kneel down, though, then I can see it all good. YouTube. Yeah, I don't know how that works with overall bandwidth. If you know, then let me know. But I figured that would double the upload, and I'm not sure how great the upload is here to be able to get it going to both sites. What do we got? About 5 minutes? Cool. We've got everybody working on opinions this module. Remember last week, beginners were working on something slightly different. Working the break falls, but now we got everybody on the same page. You guys been picking up old hobbies at all? You guys with a lot of extra free time at home? Or been trying something new maybe? Maybe we were able to pick up an instrument before we went on shelter in place and trying to learn how to play something new. I know I've been picking up my old guitars and hadn't played them in a long time. Calluses on my fingers already starting to build, man. I felt those pretty fast the first day. Or I'd probably get a whole bunch of answers. Anyone been playing any video games recently? Probably some Minecraft going around, some Roblox, some League of Legends, stuff like that. Stranding. I haven't heard of that one. I'll have to go check it out. Go look at it, read into it. I've been playing a whole bunch of Solitaire recently. Not too much Minecraft or Minesweeper. I used to play that a lot. Ooh, Smash. And the last Smash that I played was like Smash, it wasn't Melee, but the one where I had Brawl, right? When they came out with the Wii. I played Brawl very briefly. I always played Melee a whole bunch on GameCube. That was me and my friends kind of like go-to on a weekend. For a good chunk of time through like the beginning of high school, I think. Or end of junior high, somewhere around that area. They kind of merged from Davis, huh? I didn't know Manoy Chase had it either. I'm still thinking about like Street Fighter or something, man. We don't get a chance to spar right now. I'm thinking, how can I get some sparring in? I'm missing it. Anybody else missing sparring? Roommate has it. Lego sets. Hey, Sifu Django, good to have you here. You've been in a couple of the streams now, huh? Saw you on Tigers on Tuesday too. Sifu Kevin here too. Good to see you, sir. We got a whole crew of black belts ready to practice. Get some. I don't even know if we can call it Pinyin 9B. I don't know what the sections are. If they have sections, we're gonna. If we keep it going at like 6 moves per section, we'll get a whole like Pinyin 9 part. I don't know, H and I or something like that. Warm-ups, practicing Pinyin 1C. Good to hear, good to hear. We're going to get some warm-ups at the beginning of this too, and then practicing, reviewing our pinions just a little bit, and then talk to you about ways that I'd always practice to sharpen up my pinions. Some stuff that we don't always get the chance to do, in regular class. Game called ARMS, motion controls. I do not have a Switch, unfortunately. I thought about it at one point, but not right now. I did pull out my old GameCube, connected it to the TV, went back in, had the whole array of games, pulled out Super Smash Bros. Melee, opened it up, and saw it was empty. I don't know where it went, what happened to it. All that I had was like Tony Hawk Underground skating game, and I played a little bit of Mario Kart. I got a Game Boy Color I pulled out the other day too for Pokemon Gold, but that was like the last one I played. My games are way in the past. We've got about a minute and like 15 seconds here, guys, before we get started. Make sure you guys have a good chunk of space. You don't necessarily like 5 feet by 5 feet, but that's what I've got sectioned off here. I'm gonna do my best to make sure my strikes end on that 5 foot mark. I can't guarantee, sometimes I might go over that way. I know when I was recording earlier this week, I emptied out my dining room area, and for a couple times on like pinion 3, when we've got move 7, the front kick bottom fist right at the end of part A, that bottom fist was going like right above the countertop. So maybe just make sure that you got strikes going up a little bit higher, a little bit lower to avoid things. Probably not, that's not a good idea. Make sure you got some space, reset if you need to. 1 minute here, we'll get started, everybody. 1 more minute. Make sure you got your space, you're ready to get started. If you're going full gi, make sure you got that belt all set too. If you're jumping in without a gi, that is cool too. Although there's something nice about like the crispness of the gi when you get a nice strike and you can hear it snap. 30 more seconds, we'll get started. Remember my best to look towards you guys right down here. Every once in a while I'm going to check my side up this way to make sure we're going on time, getting the right amount of time for our warm-ups, but we'll have a blast here today. And then if anyone can get a chance, get some pictures or some videos of you guys training. Would love to see them posted on the Discord so everyone else can be reminded, hey, we had a fun class today, or if you're on Instagram or on Facebook and you want to tag us, or even put it in your story so we can put it on ours too, would be really great to see. That way everybody knows we've got some classes still going on. Anyways, hopefully we're all ready to start, guys. Let's get started here. Everyone stand up for me. Find your space. Make sure you got some room around you. So if you're moving your arms around, you're not going to hit anything. Make sure I'm not smacking into Wave Masters every time I move around. Those will kind of be my walls in the room right here. But let's get started, everyone. Let's come to attention. And let's bow to All right, we're going to follow that same kind of pattern that we had in the warm-ups. If you guys got a chance to watch it, I've been doing a cycle of warm-ups. A circuit, really, is the word I should use. We're going to go one warm-up and then another, and then we're going to cycle back through it a second time, maybe even a third time if we got time today. But first, let's get the heart rate up and just jogging in place. I'm going to go quick, like 20 seconds here, just jogging regular before we jump into some jumping jacks. Hopefully you guys have been getting a good chance to work out every now and then. Message of the week for the teen and adults was, last week at least, was a little bit of something's better than a whole lot of nothing. Even some quick workouts here and there are going to be better than just kind of sitting on the couch doing nothing all day. All right, let's get some jumping jacks going here. Right, feet out, hands up. If you've got this space and if you want a little bit more challenge, right, you can go any kind of a alternative. Make sure that you're not stomping on the ground and upsetting downstairs neighbors if you've got any. Right, variations being, of course, you can do the star jack, where you jump and shoot the hands out, jump. Or if you wanted to switch it to super jacks, you jump, pull jumping jack and try and land back at attention. Right, you've got options. Oh, let me get back to this. But get that body moving. Make sure you're getting the heart rate up. If you wanted to switch it to robot jacks, you can. Anything really. Whatever you got space for and whatever you can do safely in your workout area, wherever you're at. And something that's still respectful to your neighbors around you. I'm going to get last little bit of jumping jacks here. Let's go 10 more seconds. If you didn't already say it, then oh yeah. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and break. All right, guys. So I mentioned in the warm-up video that I like to start with a bigger muscle group. So we're going to start with some squats. If you've got something heavy around you that you wanted to hold on to add a little bit more resistance, you can. You've got like a dumbbell that you wanted to use, or if you've got a backpack that you can put on, or bag of flour or bag of rice, something like that you can hold on to. It can add a little extra resistance. So let's go 10 squats. Once you guys are finished with that, we'll move on to our next one, okay? So feet a little bit past the shoulder width, keep your feet flat on the ground. 10 squats, ready? Go for it. Down low, back up. I'm at 3 right there. 4, there's 5, 6. Try and keep your posture through this too. 8, 9, and 10. Nice. Now, the next one, if you're not quite finished up, make sure you're finishing up that set. Next ones, I don't really have a name for. I think I wrote down side squats in the YouTube video for the warm-ups, as well as on the channels. But you're gonna get your feet a little bit farther out. I'm gonna bend one knee and point the toes up on my opposite foot. So from right here, I'm gonna bend this knee, try and keep my posture, and push back up. Like that. Trying to make sure that this knee doesn't really go past the ankle too much. Trying to keep it in the same area. I'm at 5 here, let's get through 10. 7, 8, 9, and to get 10 of them, make sure this is working well. Go for it. 10 of those, go. Everything all looking okay? Hope it is. I think I might have lost a little bit of frames, but we'll keep on going here, everyone. Finish up those side squats. Once you're ready, we're gonna get into some push-ups coming up next. Now, I'm gonna use 2 of these weights here for my push-ups. I'm gonna make sure, I'm just adjusting them a little bit. I've had just a little bit of issues with my wrist. If you wanna do regular push-ups or diamonds, any variation's cool. If you've got some books that you wanna use, you can even put your hands on top of the 2 stacks of books, kinda like I'm doing here, where my hands aren't gonna be on the ground. And it forces us to have a little bit more range of motion. It's gonna work the muscles a little bit more. So, for me, it would look like this. I'm gonna hold on to these, bend the elbows nice and low, push myself back up. Let's go 10 of these. Ready? Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Make sure you're leaving a little bit of gas in the tank there. Doing a couple of them here. A little bit of lag. Ooh, all right. Hopefully it works itself out. Anyways, next one. If you've got a chair next to you, if you've got a couch or something you can use, that's what our focus is going to be on. Or that's something we're going to use for the next warm-up. We're doing tricep dips. So if I've got the bag right here, I'm going to put one hand on either side, kick my feet out, and bend low and then back up. Going 10 of them. Go for it, everybody. 5 so far. 8, 9, 10. All right, guys, once you finish up that whole set, make sure you let me know how those 10 push-ups and then 10 dips after that. We all set. All right, hopefully we are. Let's get into some crunches next. We're doing 10 crunches total. Find a spot on the mat you can lay down. A reminder with crunches, you don't need to bring your head all the way up to your legs. So if I go here, that's a full sit-up. I'm just gonna get my shoulder blades off the ground and I'm gonna focus on squeezing my abs to push myself up. All right, 10 of these, go for it. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hopefully you guys had some quick ones there. All done, good to hear. Last one, I want you guys to do here by yourself. I'm gonna keep track of the time as we're going to plank. Now, I'll let you guys know as we go through, set a target time, whether that's 20, 30, 40, or 45 seconds. 45 is what we're gonna cap out on right now. And see if you can hold that plank that whole time. But again, we're gonna go through this circuit a second time, from the squats to the side squats to the push-ups and the dips and the planks and the crunches, all right? So, get a time in mind. I'm gonna keep you guys updated as we go through. Ready, set, and go. Keep on going. We're about 5 seconds in there. 10 seconds in. Try and keep your body as straight as you can. Keep that core tight. Think about the muscles as you work them out. Now it forces yourself to use those muscles. You can try and use other muscles to make the exercise easier, but that's not gonna build our strength. We're at 25 seconds here. 2 seconds will be at 30. 30 seconds, all right, 30 seconds. We got 15 seconds left if you're going for the full 45. 10 seconds left, oh yeah. 5 more seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. All right, guys, take a quick break, take a quick breather if you need it, and we're gonna jump into our second set. All right, I'm gonna go through them, talk about them again. This time through, since we know them, I want us to get through as quickly as we can, not give ourselves time to rest. Make sure our heart rate stays up. We're doing squats first, 10 of them. Our side squats, 10 on each side, and then 10 on the other side. We've got 10 push-ups, variations that you would like to do, whether it's diamond or in close or wide or knuckle push-ups, right? You name it. We had 10 crunches, 10 dips. Swap the order there real quick, but it's fine. And then that 30 to 45 second plank. I'll make sure I'm watching time for that last one. So first things first, get into our squats. Start with that big muscle group. Ready, 10 squats on your marks. Get set and go. Keep good posture. Keep those feet flat on the ground. 3, I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, slow the descent and the ascent there. Slow yourself as you descend down, as you rise back up. And I believe that was 10. I'm going on to my side squats. Bend that knee. Try and keep the knee above the ankle. Right, if I don't step far enough, you're gonna see it's going way past it. That's not good for me. Hopefully you guys are keeping track of my count. Let's say I'm at 4. I don't want to way past that. 6, 7, 8. Keep good posture, keep those hands up. 10, I'm going to the other side now. Boom, keep your posture up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 3 more here. 9 and 10. I'm jumping into push-ups next. I'm gonna get these dumbbells to make sure that my wrists stay nice and safe. Again, if you need to adjust any of the warm-ups as we go through, you're more than welcome to. Try to find a warm-up that's targeting a similar muscle group. All right, I'm getting these 10 push-ups started. Go for it, everyone. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Once you've got that, we're going to tricep dips. Again, I'm doing 10 of them. These are working a pretty small muscle group. They can really start to burn after a couple. If you need to take a pause, that's fine. Whew, I'm gonna take one here real quick. 3 more for me. 9 and 10. Whew. I got some crunches coming up next. Let me get these out of the way. Crunches, 10 of them for me, ready. And I'm getting sorted. Remember, focus on those abs. Squeeze them tight. 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Let's get about 15 more seconds here. Alfar's finished up with a plank. Awesome, guys. Good to see you're working out. Let's get about 10 more seconds to wrap that set up if you need it. If you don't, if you want to do some jumping jacks, keep on moving, you can. Or if you want to start the plank early, you can. We're getting to our second plank here. Again, I'm going to watch the time for you guys as you go through. Maximum of 45 seconds, but if you wanted to go a little bit lower, let's get a third run through in just a second. All right, time is starting in 5 seconds here. Planking, ready, either high plank or low plank. Get started. Try and hold the body as still as you can. Like I mentioned before, squeeze the abs. Make sure the core stays tight. 10 seconds in. Try and keep your hips low. We're 15 seconds in. There's a 20-second marker. If your goal was 20 seconds, then that 20 seconds is done. Where are we at? 25 seconds now. We're approaching the 30-second marker if that was your goal. There's 30 seconds right there. Nice work. If you want to keep it going, we've got 10 more seconds for our full 45. 6 more seconds, 5 more seconds. Keep it going, keep it tight. Don't worry, don't break it. Keep on going. 3, 2, 1, and break. Nice work, guys. Let's get a third set. The squats, all right. Again, we did squats. We did our side squats. We did our push-ups and then our tricep dips. And then finally, we're working on the core at the end with the crunches and the plank at the very, very end. So 10 of each. Like the squats, that's one of my favorite ones, Hedy. You use your legs everywhere you go. And I like doing the crunches and especially the plank. You think about using your core for just about everything you do in life, right? Getting those important muscle groups. All right, I'm starting on my last cycle here, or last circuit, I should say. 10 squats first. Ready? And begin. Again, if you wanted an extra weight, you can. 5, 6, especially for the teen adult group. If you're still in the kids class, I'd advise sticking with the body weight like this. It's still a really good workout. Once you're done with 10, got our 10 side squats. I'm gonna have to double check what these are called afterwards. I'm at 6 there, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm gonna go right to my other side. There's my fourth one. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Especially for teens, adults, if you guys are getting a weight to hold on with it, whether it's like a bag of flour or you're putting a backpack on, or if you've got like a textbook that's just massive. My cat for extra weight, see for Ben, if he's cool with it or she's cool with it, go for it. I was challenged by another martial artist who lives up in Seattle to do a dog squat challenge. My dog was not a fan, so I didn't do it. All right, push-ups coming up next. Again, if you wanted a little extra and you had some like books that are stable enough, you can put your hands on them to get yourself a little bit more of the range of motion. These are a little bit off the ground. I'm also using them to keep my wrists safe. All right, here we go. 10 of them, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tricep dips after that. I'm gonna find my Wavemaster base. Again, you can always go with the side of a couch or a chair, or if you can't find those, you're still thinking, oh man, Mike Cree never told me a variation. When you do push-ups with your hands in close like this, and the elbows stay close to the body, or especially diamond ones, that's starting to work these triceps a lot more too, and that can be a good substitute for it. Or if you're like, I'm done with push-ups, I'd say completely do something completely different. Do some pike push-ups. Where hands come down, you're gonna keep yourself up like this, and you're gonna drop yourself to the ground, and then push yourself back up. Or a little more challenging on that one, feet up on the bag here. That's a pike push-up right there. Starts to work the shoulders and the triceps a little bit, but I'm gonna get these tricep dips, 10 of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 crunches. Trying to get through these fast. Keep your body moving. 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10. All wrapped up that set. Give you guys about 10 more seconds here. Get you guys started on your plank. 5 more seconds, wrap up that set. If you've still got more to do, then right at the very end after we finish the warm-ups, you can get them started as we do our stretching. But plank coming up, 5 seconds. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1, and plank. High plank or low plank, but getting those abs worked a little bit more too. We're 5 seconds into it. That's 10 seconds right now. And whatever your goal was, you're trying to keep it consistent through the whole circuit. We're at 15. There's 20 seconds. We're at 25 now. If you're going for the full 45, we're already past the halfway marker. That's 30 seconds. If your goal was 30 for every circuit, you finished that. We got 10 seconds left for those of you who are going for 45. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. Nice job, guys. Find some space. Let's start with some stretching here. I'm gonna go butterfly stretch first. If you guys got a chance to see the message of the week this week, for everybody, it was flexibility, right? Flexibility. We talked about both the physical and the mental aspect of it. I'm gonna go 1 foot out. And just a quick reminder with stretching, guys. Your goal is not necessarily to reach the farthest, but to give yourself the best stretch. So I can reach past my toes if I do this, but that's not helping me stretch. I just remember when I first started helping with the Tigers classes, we always did this stretch, where we'd reach your toes, and this was about the extent of where I could reach, is just right here. And as I practiced it more, the next day I was still at the same spot. The next week I'd maybe gone like to here, you can't even tell. After a month, I had gotten a little bit more. And as I slowly did it, not once a day, but twice a day, like 4 or 5 days a week, then I was able to reach to my toes while keeping my legs flat or straight and my hamstring flat on the ground. So reach to one foot. Hopefully you guys got a chance to look at the pinions a little bit earlier this week. I'm going to do a super fast review of what each pinion is or the sections that we're working on. Switch feet. But it's not going to be super instructional. It's just going to be more of a, hey, remember this is what we did. If there's only 2 or 3 that you remember, that's fine. Work on those right now. Good. I'm going to do my frog stretch next. 45-second plank each circuit. Nice to hear. Sifu Django. Frog stretch started a little bit. Oh yeah, in terms of flexibility, right? Both the physical part of making sure that I'm stretching as much as I can to keep my range of motion high with my muscles, but also mental, and that's the big one right now. Everyone get to a spot where you can bring your arms across and out. Right, mental flexibility, our ability to adapt to new routines or when something changes and we weren't sure about it, how we can keep our mind open to approaching that in a different way, or when we're faced with a challenge. Big circles here. Maybe our first instinct doesn't work out, right? And can I approach that with another perspective, or can I try to accomplish it in a different way? So the big one that's up in the air for everyone right now, right, is school. I saw an announcement you may not be going back to the physical school, but are you going to be learning online? Or are you learning at home? I'm going to put my hand over my head and push down on my elbow here. Yes, you can reach back this way if you'd like to, if you can reach. But I'm going to focus on this one here. That way I get a little bit of stretch in the triceps. We worked that out earlier, right? And remembering that everyone learns a little bit differently, right? There's auditory, visual, and kinesthetic learners, by people who learn by doing things, by seeing things, by hearing things. I got those orders out of order there, but we got to remember that we're going to have to change our learning style a little bit, right? If we can't sit in the classroom, it may be a little more challenging to watch them the whole time or to hear them the whole time. And maybe if we're not at school, I'm going to do arms straight across here. And our parents are teaching us, right? They're exploring something new too. Their teaching style may be a little different than our parents, or for any adults watching, if you're teaching your kids, right, their learning style may be different than yours. And so we got to remember that while it's a challenge, we got to think about approaching it in a different way. I know that I cannot learn by just listening, right? If I've got an audiobook running, by the end of it, I won't have heard like any of it. It's always kind of been background to me. And so I need to actually do something. And so if I'm listening to something, I got to pause it every once in a while and like think it through in my mind and how I would act it out so I can get that kinesthetic learning working. Anyways, long flexibility rant over. Not even rant, but message. Long flexibility message over. Let's get started on some pinions, everybody. If you guys are level 2s or 3s, intermediates, advanced black belts, and you already know pinion 1, good. Let's do it all together though. I remember when I was going through ranks that you would see the previous pinions, and that helps you keep them in your mind, because just doing something once doesn't stick it there. It's when you revisit it a couple times. So, longest plank ever held, I do not know. Super fast, you gotta go to the Guinness Book of World Records. Only thing I'll say is I saw a 5-minute push-up once. Anyways, let's get started here. We're gonna work our way up from beginners up to the black belt pinion. So for black belts advanced, if you guys want to, or if you can, please jump in with us for the pinion 1. And once we finish that up, beginners, make sure you keep working on your pinion. Don't worry about pinion 2 or pinion 3. Just work on yours to get a lot of that repetition and to help stick it into your mind, all right? Let's get started with beginning pinion. It's pinion number 1A. So I'm gonna face the same way as you guys. We start in our set position. Left hand is open, right hand closed, bring them together. We slide into a horse stance. Reminder that move 1, our left foot steps back, the right hand does an outward block. Move number 2, we step back again, upward block. And remember what I mentioned to you about that 5 by 5 feet? I'm gonna have to adjust here real quick. For move number 3, left foot back, inward block. For 4, we're turning to our right and using our left foot. So it's gonna step forward, turn, downward cross block, and then finally for 5, the right foot steps all the way up, upward cross block into our horse's stance. So beginners, that's what I want you guys to focus on, right? Those first 5 moves in pinion 1A. If you've only got 3 of them under your belt right now, just stick with those, okay? Level 1 students, we have the last 5 moves. I think the best way is I'll be kind of facing to the corner here so you can still kind of see it. But 10 was the punch with our left hand, the left foot is forward. 11, the right foot steps forward, elbow smash. 12, we cover. For 13, my back foot is gonna slide sideways. Turn all the way around and outward block with the left hand. Now I'm gonna switch real quick, face this way, so you can see along with me. Imagine I just did this. Turn around, outward block. Grab, step forward, 14, rising strike. And then finally for 15, cat stance, back knuckle, we can finish it off. Right there. Now, level 1s are the intermediates and beginning adults and teens. That's what you guys are working on. I want you to start practicing those. For level 2s, that's just for the kids. Level 2 kids, we did Pinion 2, Part B. So we left off at move number 6, which would have been right here. I'm going to switch it a little bit so that you can see my moves a little better. I'm going to come over here and chop to the right side. For move number 7, side to side on our right. For move number 8, we had our side kick to the left. We check to the right and scroll to our left. Our front kick is going to go that same way. Bottom fist, horse's stance, and then a horizontal bottom fist. And then finally, we have our knees bent here, transition stance, and mid block. Just staying in that 5 by 5 foot square. Level 2s for the kids class. That's what you guys are working on, just those 4 moves, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The advanced teens and adults, as well as my level 3s, we did Pinion 3 Part B. We left off last time, 5, 6, and 7. 8 is a side to side on the right side. 9, big steps. 10, chop to the right. 11, we punch in that same direction as with our left hand. 12, elbow smash. I'm going to reset a little bit. 13, left leg comes up, left hand down, right hand upward block. And finally, 14, stepping to the left side of the room, upward block and punch. And that is Part B, right, for the level 3s. Make sure you guys start reviewing that. And finally, for my black belts, for my student black belts, we had the option, or student black belts had the option of working on either 3 or 9. Black belts are working on Pinion 9. Let's blitz through the first part of it. Right, we went here, squatting position. We went set position 1, look, look, look for 2, grip break 3, 4, and 5 the bottom fist. Same to the other side. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we came up right foot together, right hand outward block for 12, and that's with an open hand. For 12, right foot side kick, step back, and I'm going to turn a little bit so you can see. Downward cross block for 12. 13, we open the hands. 14, roll up to the side. And 15, outward block punch. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. First, though, 16 is transition stance, side to side. Again, I'm going to rotate so you guys can see the moves a little better, so don't just see my back. 16 from here. Stepping forward, downward cross block, closed hand for 17. 18, they open. 19, it rolls to the left side. 20, it's an outward block and punch. So for my level 4s or my student blacks, black belts, I want you guys to start working on those. If there's any questions right now about you're working on, as everyone reviews, if you type in the chat there, then I can start to help you out with that a little bit, okay? But I want you guys working on whatever you've been doing here, okay? Any more opinions being invented by a current instructor? I don't think so, C4Fez. I will talk about a little something in terms of opinions, though. All right, get you guys about 1 minute here. I want you to just review whatever you've been working on. Make sure that you can get it as sharp as you can, that you've really got it in your mind right now. So 1 minute. Opinion 3 is a blast, sir. It's one of the people's favorites because it's got cool stances, cool strikes, cool moves, and it's got a good chunk of kicks in there too. All right, about 30 more seconds, everyone. Just get that quick review in. All right, we're about 20 more seconds out, so if you can get one more run through, or maybe 2 run throughs if you've got a shorter opinion. We're at 10 seconds now, 10 seconds. 5 more seconds. Just wrap up that review real quick. And we'll break right there. All right, guys, so with those pinions, just a reminder that the number one goal is you want to just know the moves, right? That should always be your top priority. And then we start looking at making things a little bit sharper than they were before. So one thing that I like to do is I build myself up with repetition and I build myself up with intensity. I know that can always be a challenge for me, like, hey, I want to just like go back and look at the basics. That's one of my favorite things. But if I never ramp up the intensity, then when it's time to show it, you know, all out, then I'll have missed that. So let's say I'm going to do 3 rotations through, just 3 times. The first time, going to be a pretty quiet, still sharp, but it's not going to be very intense. The second time I do this pinion, I'm going to dial the intensity up a little bit more. And then finally on the 3rd time, I'm going to say I'm going all out, right? In terms of all out, that doesn't mean, let's say I'm doing 1, 2, 3 moves. That doesn't mean I'm going to go, kia, 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 and I just kia on every single move. But I'm going to pick about 1 out of 5 moves to have a good kia on, and another 1 out of those 5 to make sure I really exhale. It forces me to keep breathing. So maybe I go, right? You get the idea. I'm getting that exhale on one, and I'm getting a nice kia on the other. Last moves of pinion 11. If you want to hang on until right after the stream, we're going to have more of a like question and answer kind of thing, and just working on pinions. For pinion 11, I'd be happy to go over those. If you meant pinion 1, then yes, I could do that right now. Let me know. But everyone else, right? I want you to go 3 times through your pinion. The first one, not the most intense form you've ever done. The second one, you're building up the intensity a little more. And then the last one, raw intensity, right? 1 out of every 5 moves, there should be a kia on there somewhere. If you're doing just 5 moves, then find 1 to do a kia on, okay? All right, 3 times. I'm going to do my first one. I'm going to come back, see if that was pinion 11 question or if it was pinion 1 question, all right? So I'm going to pick whichever pinion I want to work on right now. I'm going to pick 2. But your opinion, whichever section of moves, 3 times. Go for it. Ooh, that was supposed to be not my all intense. All right, I'm going to do it a second time, a little more intense. And the 3rd time would be all out intensity. Get 1 more run through, guys. Pinion 11. Oh yeah, I'd be happy to do it right afterwards. We've got like 30 minutes where we can just kind of have fun if you got any questions for me, guys. But 1 more run through, all out intensity. Go for it, everybody. Let me see it. I guess not see it right now, but make sure someone gets a video of it. That way I can see it. Post it on Instagram or the Discord or on Facebook. We'll blast it all over the news. It'd be amazing. No, but I'd love to see it. Get about 5 more seconds here, guys, getting that last run through. 2, 1, and break. All right, now, the last thing that I wanted to give you guys, and this is more something that you should look at doing once you've got a majority of the pinion, or at least, you know, somewhere around 10 moves would be a good ballpark for it is. And if you're a black belt, you've done this before, is just do the stances. Just do the stances, right? When I go through one of my pinions, let's say it's pinion 3, my hands are going to be pretty obvious to me what they're doing, right? When I step over, it's going to be really easy to tell, right? If I throw this punch, then that's going to be pretty, you can probably tell on the stream here too, right, that it curls up. That's going to be easy for me to tell that, hey, something is right or something is not right. But a lot of the times it's the feet that get forgotten about. They're all the way down there. So if I do the same thing with just my stances, instead of this bottom fist, it's going to be here. Or it's going to be here. Either hands in chambers or hands on the hips. And then I can look down. I don't have to worry about my hands. Just my feet. Make sure they're correct. Make sure my posture. Big steps over. Assess. Chop. Step and punch. And then I can look and I see, hey, this knee's not bent enough. Oh, there we go. It looks like my stance is just as wide as it is deep. I'm happy with that. Then I'd go on to my next one. Ooh, I gotta step a little bit more. That way I make sure that my knee is above my foot. So that's something that I advise you guys do when you get some time and you've had a chance to work on a little bit more of your pinion, especially black belts, right? With pinion 9, that T-stance is new, unless you've seen pinion 9 before. I don't think there's any other T-stances in any of the pinions. But go through it and make sure that you've got the stances locked in, that they're really sharp, and then add the hand techniques back in after that. And thing in pinion 9, do you step forwards or you step forwards? You're going to be stepping with the right foot up to the left foot, and then the right foot steps up again. So it's looking like this. Here, boom, boom, roll, hit. You can't see the hand techniques the whole time, but that's what we got for the class today, guys. Again, if you want to stick around a little bit, we're going to get about 30 minutes here of just working on pinions. I'm going to take a quick minute and grab some water and take a quick breather. I'll turn the stream back on, probably in like 2-3 minutes here. And then any questions you've got, even if it's about like random things in karate, we got some time for it. But let's come to attention real quick, everybody. Make sure the feet are together. Stand tall. Looking forward to hearing from you guys and seeing what you've been working on. Make sure you're posting that as much as you can in the Discord channel. We've got some Muay Thai stuff coming up in the curriculum. So make sure you're getting yourself warmed up to that. We still do have shields and kick pads and clappers for sale. If you guys want to buy one, send us an email. Or even better, talk to me or Sifu Dan on Discord, and that way we can get you the info on that. But thank you guys for being here. Let's come to attention. And let's bow out. Class dismissed. Good work, guys. Have a good afternoon.